food. As soon as I sit down now, you wanna go outside? What you need? What you want? What you want? What you need? Stress you on. Yay! What about the kidneys? Good, 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 good. I forgot the deodorant on. I'm coming. I'm coming, I'm coming. Oh, that makes me very happy. Very, very happy. Come on, we gotta go outside. I have to go to work, so you have to go outside. You're not just gonna get treats. No. You have to go potty first, and then you can get treats. I see the treats are right there. Yes, I know. But you can't get them until after you go outside. No, treat first. I mean, potty first, then treat. Come on, let's go outside. I can do that too. I can readjust too. Me too. So stressful. It worked. All right, come on. Take a light. It worked. Suck if they say my blood tests MP look normal. Yeah, I mean it will suck, but you know, Nikki, this is what this is the world we live in. Unfortunately, um, that like the majority, the likelihood that you're gonna have to be on your own health journey and that um you're gonna have to be like coming at the doctors with suggestions. Like if you don't hate the medical industry, it's because you've been fortunate enough to be healthy. And that's like really all there is to it. The medical field, the industry itself is predatory and you get help if you are a good advocate for yourself. So, as long as you can advocate for yourself, then, but unfortunately, um, as the mom, and I think that this is intentional too because so many of us moms are having that realization how we need to be there for our kids in ways that our parents weren't not there for us. So what they're doing is they are intentionally making it so that we die off first. They know that we're moms, we're stressed, we're over extended and that our health is suffering because we're overextended and it's played up into even further. Can I can I help you? She's just intentionally blocking the screen. I just had my thyroid levels taken. Mhm. Yep. 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 Yep, Teague. Yes, she is a very smart cat. Mhm. Mhm. Moms who have husbands are more stressed out than I am. So, Nikki, who I was talking to, is still with her husband. So Mhm. Yep. Yeah, one of my trolls blocked himself finally this morning. Um, I posted dude, okay, so YouTube is doing Nikki, you need to live stream on YouTube. You need to start advertising on your TikTok in the background, basically, like, "Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube," so that you can silently build up enough followers to go live, and then you need to go live. Um, because, what YouTube is doing right now, after you finish your live stream let me get Orly. When you finish your live stream, it automatically finds your live highlight. And listen, they're nailing it. Like every time they post a highlight, it's like the exact part of the live stream. Do you remember like 3 years ago, Nikki, when I said like I just need like an app that will basically like take the best parts of my live stream and make like little shorts out of it because like I can't go through my live streams and pick out the thing. And making content is not something that I'm really very good at, like thinking of things to make content about. But if I'm on a live stream and I just like go off on a tangent about something, it would be nice. And I've even considered paying people to go through my live streams and like pick out the parts where and I've talked about this for years. Anyways, YouTube is doing it now all on their own and they're actually nailing it. So I posted like a bunch of shorts like the day before yesterday. And it was basically like all the highlights from my live streams that YouTube automatically selected. And yeah, they're all great. They're all good. And like some of them are funny. Like I don't realize how funny I am sometimes. Like I don't cuz it's not me I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just like saying it how it feels, you know? And so like I have a hard time even watching my own live stream back and like going like, "Oh, wow, dude, you're funny." But the timing of the comedic timing of the YouTube shorts that are these live highlights that are automatically happening. I went through my shorts this morning and I chuckled at like every single one of them because I'm fucking funny. And the live stream short the thing it just was so perfect. It was so perfect. So anyways, you need to do that. I told you. I told you you should do that. That the grant, you should do it for sure. 100%. And I'm glad. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you're going to do it. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I literally was trying I told you about it for a reason, you know, or I mean I pushed the idea onto you for a reason. I mean, I know you already knew about it and stuff, but like I knew that you needed that seed planted, you know, like to really get it's been doing that lately. The delay is crazy. Also, so my YouTube, like, I've fallen into another weird algorithm, and so, like, the flash in the pan is over. Apparently, because I liked the trolling so much, um, they've yoinked me out of that algorithm now, so it's, like, pretty much just gonna be the people who I know again, if at all. I don't wanna go to work. but I gotta go to work. Don't forget your headphones. That's okay, so okay, my main thing with, like, my leaving my husband was primarily that, like, obviously, he's an alcoholic, and I tried for years to get him to quit drinking, but that was really just, like, the biggest, like, most pressing issue, but, like, honestly, like, for the majority of our marriage, he had control over all the finances, and, once I started to make money for myself when I came here to Oregon, for the first like, when I was traveling in the RV and doing dreadlock work, it was not really like it was like, $100 here, $200 there, $300, whatever. But, like, it was not enough to, like, sustain a life. It was sporadic and, like, yeah, maybe I had a little bit of money to, like, buy myself something every, month or so. But I didn't have enough money. I wasn't making enough money as a wife and mom. I was a stay-at-home mom and wife or whatever, or I was a stay-at-home wife, like, previous to that. He had full control over all the money. And so, um, it was very difficult because once I finally started to make money for myself, I had that inverse. Like, I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, like, I'm generating an income for myself now. I actually have a chance at, like, making money and supporting myself. So, like, I should jump on this while I can, while I have the opportunity, to do so." Nikki, 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 what if what if we started looking for a place? Like, for real. I'll move into town. As long as there's room for my school bus on the property and, like, I can, I will live half in my bus, half out of like, I really just want a house so that I can shower, do laundry, and have a kitchen. That's literally the only thing I need in a building. I could be in my bus perfectly happy and hunky dory. But I do need to move out of my bus this summer long enough that I can seal the roof, seal the windows, and frame some stuff out. So yeah, well, Nikki, listen, I'm telling you, y me and Elliot would love to team up with you, and we would love to share a place. So you know that that is an option. If you're interested, then you won't be, forced to face the burden of full expenses all on your own. Yeah, there's always a delay on my audio. It's the algorithm is just trying to punch me in the dick. So just pretend here, how's that? Is that better? Now you can't tell how bad the delay is. But anyways, if I'm I literally have found a house in Cottage Grove that is 4 bedroom, maybe 4 bedroom, maybe 5 bedroom. Anyway, it's only $2,400 a month and it's big and really awesome. So, we should do it. Also, I'm not sure if I might be getting a tax return this year, which is crazy because usually I pay taxes. Not last year because last year I made very, 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 very little. But anyway, usually when business owning, I have to pay taxes, but because I guess it was like the first year or whatever, and I wasn't really doing much. Anyway, um, so if I get my income taxes back, if I get a tax return, I'd be happy to use some of that money towards a first, last, and security. Plus, I could also go and I qualify for the DV grant as well. So I could go get that as well, and like we could go and we could get a nice house. Just saying. Because there's a delay on my voice. God. Oh shit. I have no control over myself. Oh god. Ugh. Big stretch. Um, but yeah, so there's actually a house here that's really badass. Nikki, just think if you moved out here, think how much fun we could have out in the woods. We could take the kids on hikes and adventures all the time, and we could trade. Like, I could take the kids to soccer practice, you could take the kids to soccer practice. I could hang out with Cece and do fun makeup things and girly things and take her to, like, Claire's and buy her press-on nails and clip-on earrings. And then the boys like, I think that Ollie would be such a good influence on Elliot, and I think Elliot would be a good influence on Ollie. I think that the ways that our boys are inverse of one another. Like, obviously, they're boys, so they overlap a bit, but really when it comes down to it, they're different boys. Your son's more of a, like, reserved, quiet not quiet, but, like, he's more of a shy kinda kid, whereas Elliot is more of a, like, in your fucking face kind of a kid. Elliot likes crashes and, like, whatever. I think that if they were forced to do the same chores, that they would be able to watch one another do these things, and because they're interacting with each other, they will learn from one another that like, each other's methods, which might make it so that, like, Ollie is a little bit more, like, uh boisterous or, like, willing to put himself out there, and Elliot will be a little bit more reserved. Yeah, it does actually, Promethea. Um, you gotta understand that children are meant to play and have adventures. Children are not meant to sit down in a classroom all day long, and, also, if we live together, even though I will work full time. Oh, that's another thing, Nikki, dude, seriously, um, if we were living together, I could take you with me to jobs, and, that means that I could work twice as many jobs, which means that we could make triple the money because I'd be doubling my efforts, and then you added on there, that's 3. So what? I'll put Elliot in there. So then all the kids can go, and then we'll just rotate who takes them to school in the mornings and who picks them up. We can make Josh pick up all the kids from school, and then we could go pick up the kids from Josh's house, in the afternoon or something. You know what I mean? We're Josh, you might as well consider Josh to be a team player. So whatever we need him to do, he will do, and, like, not in, like, a, "We're gonna tell him what to do," but in a, he's a team player, and his goal is whatever is in the best interest of the kids, and he will love your children the same way he loves our child, your kids are so amazing. There's it's impossible for him not to love your kids, and also, your children remind me well, Cece reminds me of myself, but your children remind me of Josh's family's kiddos. Like, Ollie is like J3, and, Ed is like, what's his name? I can't remember the other cousin's name, but anyway, it's I I don't really have any kind of pressure on you. I am just an idea guy. I'm just gonna come up with random ideas, and, like, 99% of them aren't good, you know? It's just Ideas, 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 ideas. Lots of ideas and possibilities. Well, see, the thing is, Nikki, that we can do that, and I will help you. See, the thing is that if we're together too, we'll have a level of security that we wouldn't normally have. Um, you know, I we could put up, like, all kinds of security cameras. I we could Oh, you can get, I'm gonna send you a private message about this company, that will send pri what the fuck? The skinniest dreadlock known to man. I think I need to add some hair. Okay, but anyway, so, this company Eufy, EUFY, they make security they all the security cameras that I use, not Adam, but me, are all Eufy, and they're awesome. They're solar, they're wireless, and dude, if you and me are together, dude, listen, we could convert my bus, Nikki, and then we could take trips to the coast in my bus, and then we could go and just, like, spend the night on the coast with the kids for free, only the cost of gas, obviously. Thanks, Michelle. He's wonderful. He's doing really good. Honestly, like, things are not as good as they have been in the past. Okay, so, like, unfortunately, just the facts are the facts. My ex-husband having my son full time is damaging Elliot, unfortunately. And it's not that my ex-husband is doing anything on purpose. He's not abusive. He's not trying to, it's not like that. He's just the type of person who complains a lot and he's very victim mentalityed. So unfortunately, being around Josh 24/7 is totally coming off on Elliot. Elliot is turning into a different person and he's becoming like he can't handle anything. Like, he cannot handle the slightest inconvenience or he will lose his shit. And that's 100% a Josh thing. And so, like, I've been feeling for probably, like, 5 months now, maybe even longer than well, probably, like, 4 to 5 months. I personally have been in mental distress about my son. I've been seeing this happen. I've been watching it evolve and watching it get worse and worse and worse. And so I feel a sense of urgency to get my son half of the time or be there with them 100% of the time because he does not have my influence as much right now. And yeah, I mean, I raised him up until 9 years, 10 years old, but, like, that still doesn't matter because he's becoming a teenager, and dude, this is the most important and most imperative time of his development is when he's coming into his teenage years. This is when drugs, alcohol, fights, girls or boys or sex stuff, this is when all this starts to come up in its budding format. And so this right now is the most imperative time for raising a child with confidence, with self-assuredness, with toughness. Like, not necessarily like you need to be tough on your kids, but you need to raise tough children. Ooh, I want to go to the sauna. Okay, Derek. Money, she's always in the way, you know it. Gas is $5.30 here, in the woods where I am. Yeah, that's true, Salty Rider. We need to raise tough children in general. Kids need to be kids need to be confident in themselves, and you gain confidence in yourself by accomplishing things. If you are watching television, playing video games, or going to the bounce place, like, it's not the same as doing chores and completing tasks with your adult. So, thank you, Michelle. Welcome. Welcome to membership, and thank you so much for joining the Orly supporter. So what I like to do, I don't have my chickens anymore. I just got rid of the chickens. So anything from the chicken tier is now going to go towards the Orly tier. So any of the monies that I generate monthly, I'm going to use towards like I use towards the animals. So that's right, Salty Rider. Good afternoon, Foxtrot. Nikki, anyways, I don't mean to put any kind of pressure on you. No pressure whatsoever. If it doesn't happen, it is what it is. Literally, God is going it's going to work out exactly the way it's meant to. But if I can come up with some good ideas and try to convince you, I'm going to try. Because I know you know this, but I really want to live with a mom. I want to team up with another single mom. We share the bills, we share the responsibilities, the same as if we were in a relationship, only not any of that. I just want a teammate who is invested in the well-being of the child as much as I am. That's what I want. Yep, I'm still in a bus. That's my way of living. Yeah, no weird gay shit. I'm not into that gayfer shit, all right? But I do want to live with a woman, a mother specifically, a good mother who has the same ideas and ideals and religion, at least something close to the same type of spirituality as I do. You know what I mean? Like, I need these things. My son deserves the best parts of me. My son does not deserve to only get the frazzled, frustrated version of me, you know what I mean? And so I know that if I team up with another mom who is as invested in her child as I am in mine, then there ain't nothing we can't do. And we will be able to have at least one of us sane at any given moment, you know? Love you. I love you. Also, Nikki, I don't know if you know this. Um, exactly. Well, I didn't really kiss girls when I was drunk any either. I would do it as a joke to like put on a show maybe. Like I'd be like, "Oh, here, let's, make everyone go, "Oh!" Like that was it. I don't sleep with people. I've had one sexual relationship with a woman in my life. And like where I like had sex with her and like also like basically dated her for a little while. And that's it. And I'll never do it again. I have been there. I bought the t-shirt. Don't need to go back. Well, see, Michelle, that's the thing is that I know I'm a good mom, but I want my son to have fun experiences with me, which is why now while he's at his dad's full time, everything that I do is oriented on trying to have an experience with Elliot and make his I want to take him on adventures. I want to enrich his life in some way. I want to, pander to his hobbies. So, like, every chance I get, we're either going to go get some food, we're going to go do something fun, or I'm going to take him to, like, Hobby Lobby or, the pawn shop or something like that where he can, um, acquire more of his favorite collectible things. So I have to say, I'm offended when I see people with tribal scars, earrings, or tattoos because they died for that stuff back in the day. Okay, you're allowed to be offended. I'm not gonna stop you. Probably you didn't see me in a video kissing a man, but I mean, who knows? I was young. Sweetest kitty ever. You know, when people get offended over like tribal, it's just, I mean, this the whole thing. It's at this point, when you say stuff like that, though, like, honestly, it makes you sound stupid. And I mean, I don't mean to be like so brash, but um, when you say things like that, it shows your level of education, truly. It shows what you truly know about world history. Um, and it's you're either from another country and you get all of your DEI information secondhand from the internet propaganda, or you're publicly educated by the United States. What's that? Thanks, Michelle. Thank you so much. She's not entertained. Guys, you got to do more. You got to do something more. She's frustrated with you. Hold on, I'm picking my nose. I need a moment. She looks like a cartoon cat right now. Oh, come on, dude. Why is it that boogers sometimes attach themselves to the back of your brain? And so then when you like try to get the booger out, it's slimy or whatever. So it just breaks. But then when you catch it, it feels like you're pulling a booger out of your fucking eyeball. Come out yet? No, she's not having any of it because I'm not doing this. There she goes. Now she's having it. Hold on, I got a booger on my finger. I don't want to put a booger on you. Hold on. I really got to get this booger out. This is really driving me nuts. It's stuck on my brain and it won't come out. Oh, Okay, so I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that you are genuinely being that you're earnestly whatever. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and I want you to do some research, okay? I want you to go on to the interwebs, okay? And I want you to look up tribal tattoos on Caucasian people. Or you could even just look up Sami, Sami people, okay? I want you to look up the Sami people and then we'll circle back around. I don't regret any of my tattoos because my tattoos help people like you announce yourself. If I didn't have tattoos on my face, what would you talk shit about and make me aware that you're a shitty person? Like, there wouldn't be something. You'd just be like, "Oh, you're ugly. Oh, your hair color is stupid. Your eye color and your hair color don't go together very well. You wear weird clothes." Like, that's just, like, run of the mill shit. But if with the way I am now, you just can't fucking help yourselves but say something. And so I am immediately informed, "Oh, this is one of those kind of people, and therefore I will not waste my time or energy on you." Oh, the unhinged look of, like, I can't read the screen because I need glasses? Got it. No, I have never tripped alone in the woods at night. I don't like doing it at night anyway. If I was ever to do it again, which I wouldn't because drugs are like, psychedelic drugs are not meant to be used for fun. They are they have a purpose and it's important, but it's not like, "Oh, let's get do a bunch of drugs and dance and listen to music." That's fucking retarded. The best time to trip, if you're gonna trip at all, is in the daylight and outside in the woods. But I wouldn't do it today. I'm too old for that. Don't be weird, mystery. Okie dokie. Bye, loser. Well, apparently you don't know the difference, cynical owl, who's back again. Cynical owl who enjoys the taste of turd sandwiches. I have to go to work and I don't want to. 30%. Oh, ten 30, 11:30. I should leave right now. Oh, my hips. Deodorants. Oh my god, why does my hips hurt so bad? Dude, I cannot believe I cut a fucking almost 2 feet off of my hair. It must have been so fucking long. This is the van that I used to live in. Miss Elliot. I used to travel in that van all over the place. Thanks, Mystery 2026. Okay. Garbage. Right. Where's my watch? Whoa, we're charging. You can ring my bell, ring my bell. No way you have a job with your face all tattooed. Yep. I know it's hard to conceive in your own tiny little worldview that actions speak louder than um what? It's crazy how like basically like how you act as a person, like people will judge you. I know this is a crazy concept, but people will judge you based on how you behave. It's crazy to think about, but it's true. So if you have a reputation, a historical reputation of being a certain person, then people tend to like lean in that general direction. Um, but yeah, I own my own business and I make my own schedule. I decide when I go to work, if I go to work, how often I work. I decide how much money I make. So if I can do it with all these tattoos on my face and dreadlocks, then literally what's y'all's excuse? Okay? What's your excuse? Why aren't you successful if you don't have the tattoos on your face and the dreadlocks? Because you're employable. So why aren't you in a better situation than me? And if you were in a better situation than me, then you wouldn't be in here talking shit. People who are satisfied in their own lives don't look to go online and talk badly to other people because they've got hobbies and interests, and they're when you are in a place of contentment and joy and satisfaction with yourself and your life, there's literally no time, let alone the gumption to talk badly to someone else. Like it just, and they definitely wouldn't seek people out. People who are happy don't do that. So when you guys talk shit in the, you know, not only are you just telling on yourself, you're like letting us know, like it's basically like, all right, well, everybody who is a piece of shit, raise your hand, and then that's like you guys, like you're just like can't wait to tell us how awful you are. That's not a sign of like superiority, like genuine superiority. It's a sign of Zionist Israel. You're spiritually Israeli. I get it. The irony is that's why so many Americans are like that, is because they've been propagandized to hate each other. So good job buying into all the propaganda. Heather, you need to get on the road for work. It's doing that thing again where it thinks my most recent video that I watched is a kids video. Beauty queen cheerleader hit with manslaughter indictment in newborn's death. That sounds great. You can ring my
Don't know one way or the other. It is no.
Then I air.
Day 3 of the Corey Richins trial. Yesterday, we got to finally listen to the lead detective's testimony after a day and a half of waiting for the attorneys and the judge to figure out what type of evidence is going to be coming in. I have a sassy Corey underneath me, so I don't know if my microphone is picking it up. It might not. Oh man. So yesterday we got to listen to some jailhouse calls. Oh, I think the court is finally back. All right, let me mute this. We got to listen to some jailhouse calls. We got to read the orange notebook diary entry, and we got to read a handwritten note from Corey Richins. There were phone calls between her and her mom and her brother about the book, about the love note. Oh, no, sorry. The phone calls were about the love note that was put right next to the egg sandwich, apparently. But Corey seems like she's denying it, and she's like laughing it off, calling everyone idiots. There were text messages between the mom and Corey, and then Corey and the brother about the book that she was writing. And it seems like she was planning on writing on maybe a second book. Then also we found out, which I don't know if it's really relevant or not, but it came in anyways. We found out that the children's book that she wrote was actually written by a ghostwriter.
Lotion on my
She
face.
not and what else was there? I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. I uploaded a video yesterday covering the I had like clips of me watching and covering the orange.
Where are my gloves?
And the phone calls, and then the Luck the Dog letter. The jury got to listen to Jeff O'Driscoll read contents from the Walk the Dog letter, and it looks bad. Okay, the walk the dog letter looks really bad. If there are portions of yesterday's testimony that was confusing, I think the walk the dog letter was probably pretty clear. But then again, I have read it a million times. But I think sometimes there are portions of the state's, presentation that I'm not really quite sure the jury will be able to track with it. For people who are very familiar with the case, we know exactly where they're going with it, but I hope it's not too confusing for the jurors. Like for example, when they showed the note of Corey Richins, where she was basically recapping what happened the night Eric died, not in the diary, but the other handwritten notes that were seized about a year and a half later. I don't know if the jury knew what was going on with that. Maybe they were like, oh, what if Corey is telling the truth? And these are her notes of what really happened. But, anyways, alrighty. The jury's not even in yet. So what is happening here? They are really stalling today. What is going on? Oh boy, maybe I should have started a little bit later. But let's just jump in. Let's see what's going on in court today. Jury's not in yet. They are waiting on standby. So the state is presenting their last witness, Detective Jeff O'Driscoll. We're going to finish his cross-examination today, and then I'm sure the defense will put in a motion to just, dismiss the case like they always do. If it gets denied, then the defense will be able to put on their witnesses to testify on the stand. Alrighty, you slip the audio.
This message serves that it's offered during cross-examination. The end of the day.
Oh, that's right. They went into sidebar yesterday. That's where we ended off with. We went into sidebar, I think something about text messages, and then they ended the day, I think about 15 minutes early. What was the text messages about? Something about jailhouse calls. Let's see. Text message. Oh, a text message between Corey and Eric. So it seemed like the defense was wrapping up their cross examination because usually when we start getting like boom, 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 boom questions that recaps the defense's, points, then that's when I'm like, okay, we're coming to an end. So yesterday we ended with a bunch of text messages like, oh, you didn't go through the text message between Corey and Eric the day before he died. Isn't that important? And then Corey was staring down and she was mouthing she was mouthing to people and shaking her head, and then we went to sidebar. Okay.
Mom, what? Mom, what?
I didn't know you were in that stuff.
Mom, what?
Not that.
God, these are the smallest gloves ever.
Wait, no, you're not stuck anymore. I'm sorry. I thought he was just being a drama queen. I didn't know he was like stuck. But if you're stuck, why are you going back in there? What a silly guy. Hey everyone, how are we doing today? Hi Jen, Taxi, Rain. How's it going? Michael, Richie, Kat. Nice. Thank you so much for joining us. All right. Text messages.
Yeah, sure. I think we do. May I stay seated so I can read my okay. Just 1 second.
We can all look at it at the same time. We should.
So it's up on the screen right now. So it starts with base number state STNT 0335281.
Good morning.
This was produced to us before the state went through and updated the time. So this is on UTC time instead of mountain time. At some point in this case, and there have been so many supplemental, I think we're on our 10th exhibit list. I think we're, anyway, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of alterations and substitutions. But
I bet. And I bet it's so confusing to keep track of it all. Good luck, Ms. Nestor.
this is the one we got before they had changed UTC. And so they went back and redid that. This version, they had not changed it yet to mountain time. This is a consecutively numbered, Bates numbered document. There's no pages missing. This is coming from a Celebrite extraction of Eric's phone that was seized by Mr. O'Driscoll. We just found the Celebrite and extracted by this.
It's kind of cute. People in Utah call it Celebrate. Usually when we watch trials in other states, they just call it Celebrate. But I like seeing the quirkiness of like different states and how they pronounce things differently.
Yes.
Can you show me the Celebrite?
Yes, we can. We're pulling it up right now.
Oh, well, the judge pronounces it Celebrate. So I don't know, maybe it's a defense team thing because Mr. Ramos also pronounces it Celebrate.
Yeah, forgive me. This is a nuts and bolts question. Forgive me. I'm looking at one page that shows 3 text messages total.
Right.
Typically, these are a complete string that has a Celebrite. Where is that version of this text?
So not all of the ones we introduced in this trial have a Celebrite header. Only some of them, not all of them.
No, it's true.
That's
all of them.
That is not true.
Hold on, let's pause it for a second, because I think that's how we've been laying foundation for the admission of it so far. Foundation. Mr. Bloodworth, is my memory correct? It, unless they came from, and we've had CDR related metadata regarding text messages. We've had some.
CDR stands for call data record. Sorry, they're speaking like all these acronyms. I'm trying to remember which is what.
Non-bubble related or non-bubble depicted cell messages that have come out of other extractions. But in terms of blue and green bubbles,
Or so bubbles, like you know how like iMessage, there's like blue bubbles, Android, and green bubbles. We speak it in bubbles and CDRs.
oh, sorry.
I believe that's right, Your Honor.
And
If we
celebrate.
prepared an exhibit that comes from a Celebrate extraction, it has the Celebrate header.
Right.
There's others where we just, we've got texts from other means. Somebody sent us forwarded this text, right? Like if
Screenshots, for example.
right,
Yeah.
if it comes from a Celebrate extraction, as best I recall, it has the Celebrate header.
And, Ms. Nestor, I'll give you the record back here in a second, but it's also unclear to me, is this 3 text messages that we're talking about, are they part of a larger exchange that has already been admitted?
So
I think she wanted to admit, was it, did she mention there was like conversation between Corey and Eric about Mexico? Was that the text messages?
these are all the text messages he had with Corey on the day he passed, on the 3rd.
The 3rd or the 4th?
He died early morning on the 4th, so it's from the 3rd.
You 3
But he could have died late evening on the 3rd. You know.
bubbles are the sum total of their text traffic.
No, we have more than 3. There's just a minute. There's a couple pages to it. It's the last set of texts that they there's multiple. See, that's the 2nd page, and yeah.
Bitch.
And that's the last text that they had.
God, I've got so many drinks. So many drinks.
Katie, can you blow it up so I can see it too? Thanks, Katie.
Okay, let's get our snacks. Got a salad, tiramisu, chocolate tiramisu. How dare you? How dare you? No more peas. Running away. Dessert. I think I'll leave this one in the refrigerator here, and then I've got a car full of those things. Dude, they sell these drinks at Walmart. These Mellas, they sell them at Walmart, and they're cheaper at Walmart than they are at my gas station. By like $2. They cost $3.99 at the gas station. Sweetheart, you're laying right where I need to look. You're literally laying right where I need to be. I know, Mama, you don't like it. Maybe you should move. No? Okay, great. Yeah. I'll wear these shoes. I'm going to be cleaning the inside of a house today, so probably not best to wear muddy shoes. No. You do not want to go out there while I'm gone. Don't even try me. I'm going to let you outside right now. Here. Go ahead. No. All right. Well, if you don't want to go outside, then you can go lay in your bed over here. A big bowl of food for a big boy. Towel dry now? Yes. Dry towel means dry towel can go otherwhere. I represent Brooklyn. Okay. It's kind of sad that such a small percentage of people with dreadlocks do those types of things, and yet that's the loudest, the biggest face that gets put forward. So like only a few here and there. I got that in the car if I really want one. You know, not everybody with dreadlocks listens to the Grateful Dead, but it's like one of those things where it's people think, oh, you have dreadlocks, you must like the Grateful Dead, or like, oh, you have dreadlocks, you must do psychedelic drugs, or oh, you have dreadlocks, you must not have a job, you must borrow everything. And it's a very small portion of people with dreadlocks that are like that. But the funniest of it all is I actually agree with you guys. Like, I can't stand people with dreadlocks. They are all those things. Like, I would not even try to say, that's not true. People with dreadlocks aren't like that. All I could say is, like, I'm not like that. But yeah, people with dreadlocks are like that. That's why I don't do dreadlocks anymore. I used to do dreadlocks. I did dreadlocks for for 15 years. Oh my god, I just heard a bird and I thought it was my chicken for a second. Forgot they were gone. But yeah, people with dreadlocks suck. Like for real. They're gross, they're dirty. They have terrible fucking ideas and opinions. Now, granted, I'm making a blanket statement. So myself is an example being of not all dread people are like that. But yeah, they really are. Yeah! Yes. My new driver's license came in the mail. Fuck yeah. I can't believe it came so fast. I thought for sure that I was going to be one of those. It's going to be a situation where my driver's license expires my birthday. Oh, my birthday is in like a couple of days. I don't know how many days. My birthday is in a couple of days, and so this is my driver's license is expiring because it's had it for 8 years or something. Look at that! It's so pretty. It's got the pretty, look at that newness. Wow, it feels cheaper.
than my other driver's license. The other driver's license feels like it's sturdier material. This feels like it could get broken. Where's my Oh my gosh. I'm so proud of you, Heather. I did the entire time that I've had this, I didn't lose my wallet. I didn't lose my keys. I never accidentally misplaced my stuff. Actually, it's thicker. The new ID is thicker. Well, old ID, it's time to retire you. I'm going to give it to my son, my driver's license. Crystal, 10 out of 10 recommend. If you're just a solo person with a dog, that's like the ideal for bus or van life. 10 out of 10 recommend. Just crashed and just closed out all on its own. So I think this weekend I'm gonna sew. I need to sew a pillowcase for this boppy pillow. This was my son's boppy pillow when he was like a newborn. So it's like 10 years old. It's been through some shit. It's stained from getting mildewy or whatever, moldy, and I had to like sanitize it, but it's still stained. So I want to make a pillowcase for it. And I have this new sewing machine. So I think I want to make, why does it smell like that in here? What is that? Oh, it's the garbage bag. I think I want to get the sewing machine going. I bought this foot for it. So you don't have to sew straight lines. You could literally sew side to side or back and forth in circles. Like you could do anything. You could like scribble. You could write words. You could sign your name. All kinds of shit. Let's bring a sickle. Trash out. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. And my socks are wet. Ah! I need new slip-on shoes. Is that thing open? Filling with water. That's never good. Anyway, I think I'm going to buy some thread for my sewing machine, and I'm going to sew some stuff. I've been itching to pull it out and start playing with it because I have that foot that can do anything. I could sign my name. I could write words with string. I could make any kind of shape. And I think that's kind of what I want to do is I want to make shapes and then go back and embroider them. Thanks, Two with Fries. Yeah, I don't know what day of the month it is. So it's going to be the 16th. It's usually a Tuesday, a Wednesday, or a Friday, or a Saturday. That's usually when my birthday pops up. Oh, this one doesn't have one. I'm just gonna have to rig it. Yep, I'm definitely going to be there late. I think I have another one of these cords. I sure do. Retire you. Oh, I see. Come on, bitch. What the fuck is going on? My YouTube keeps crashing. I don't do flavors, vape flavors. It's just tobacco and weed. What is going on right now? Trade that out for a new one. It doesn't really feel tight. Brand new one. I gotta paint over this. I don't like the mushrooms. Looks retarded. What is going on with this? All right, well, I'm gonna go. I gotta go to work. See you guys later. Love you.